Hello, everyone. This is your girl, Camille Sheppard-Parrish, your healthy love coach. I am the author of Successful Women Date Differently, Secrets to Attracting the Love That You Deserve. And today I want to talk about the secrets to having a successful season without getting depressed. And I want you to really understand how to really nurture your relationships this year without adding additional stress on them. And also, how can you avoid being depressed and feeling lonely during this time of year? Okay, I'm going to jump right into it. I'm going to be coming on a couple of times between now and the end of the year because I know a lot of women have been reaching out through me in email, on the phone, to ask me a lot of questions, a lot of how-to, what-if questions during this time of year, because it can get very confusing. It can be very tricky, and if you don't handle it correctly, you could lose your opportunity for that someone special in your life. And we want to make sure that he doesn't go cold or ghost you during this time of the year, because this is the time of year when many men will actually ghost you because they don't want to buy Christmas gifts. They don't want to buy holiday gifts. They don't want to meet your family. They don't want to do all the stuff that some of you are into. So I wanted to give you a few little tips that will help you get through this season. Number one, I want you to make sure you're trying something different, especially if you're single and you're lonely and you're by yourself and you're not in a relationship. I want you to get out and try something new. Step out of your comfort zone. Do something that you would not normally do. Go someplace where you might have an opportunity to meet people, whether they are men or women. Right? If you have a dating partner, you still want to try something new. Here are some suggestions for you real quick. Try a hobby. Look for classes. There are a lot of winemaking classes, a lot of wine tasting events going on around town. Try going rock climbing or maybe not rock climbing, it would be indoor rock climbing, but maybe you can go skiing or skating or bowling or something like that. Depending on where you live, try something new. Even if you go to a yoga class or some type of exercise class, get physical. Getting physical always increase your adrenaline, and it really shifts you into a high vibration. So do something that's going to energetically make you feel better. Even if you're in a relationship, you want to try to do some of these things with the person you're in a relationship with. It will bring a lot of excitement to the relationship, okay? So even if you're single or not, you want to try something new. Have fun. Take yourself out. Go on a date yourself. Go on to a restaurant on Sunday and just watch the game. There are a lot of single guys that may be at the restaurant watching a game or sports bar. Go there and just have some fun. Number two, when you are in a new relationship, especially if you're getting into a new relationship around this time of the year, you want to be very careful about inviting your new boyfriend or your new bae to big events or your parties or your holiday parties or your family events during this time of year. That's a lot of pressure to put on a new person, right? They might not even know if they like you, if they want to be in a relationship with you. Maybe they're just getting to know you, right? And it can make them feel very uncomfortable, especially during this time of year. Getting to know you for a guy is a lot of pressure. Now, meeting your family or meeting your boss or meeting a lot of your girlfriends all at the same time in a very short period of time can add a lot of extra pressure and stress on the relationship. So you want to just kind of be chill with that and not necessarily invite him to those events. If you're talking about the event, okay, so here's a tip for you. If you're talking about the event and he seems curious and he seems like he's free or he might be interested in going, you can always ask a question, but don't make him feel pressured that he has to attend that event, and don't make him feel bad if he decides not to attend that event. Realize that if your relationship is new, that's too much added pressure, okay? So don't invite your boyfriend, your new bae, if you're in a new relationship, to a lot of these events this year. Okay, if he seems curious, if he seems like he wants to go, if he has that type of fun, bubbly personality where he doesn't mind meeting people, great. But don't put any added pressure on your relationship, okay? Sit back, just enjoy him. You might have to schedule some time to hang out with him in between some of your events. Number three, This is not the time of year to try to define your relationship. If it's not already defined right now, you need to leave it. Because again, it's a lot of added pressure. You know, if you're in a relationship and if it's a new relationship, now he has to worry about buying you a gift or what is he going to do or meeting your family. This is not the time to wonder really where the relationship is going. Each relationship should be about meeting people and building of friendships, right? So just be concerned with meeting the new guy, having a great time, allowing your personality to shine through. Don't add any pressure on your relationship by asking him, where are we? Or telling him stories about your friend just got engaged. Right? Her boyfriend just bought her a rock after only a couple of months. That's too much pressure to focus on for this time of the year. This is the time of year where most men will ghost you. Even if they like you, if they are afraid of being in a relationship, they will run. It's too much pressure. Remove that pressure. Show him that you're going to date differently and that you're a different type of woman by not putting that pressure on him, because he's going to expect any other woman that he, you know, been in a relationship with in the past. They probably put a lot of pressure on him during this time of year. And I'm going to invite you to do one of my dating differently techniques, and do not do this. Okay. So far I've talked about 3 different dating differently techniques that's going to help you survive this holiday season. 1 was get out and try something different. 2 was not inviting your new bae to a high pressured event. Don't do that. It's too much stress and pressure. If he volunteers, if he says, hey, what are you doing? And you tell him you're going, he says, hey, that sounds fun. And if you invite him, he says, yes, fine. But if he doesn't want to go, don't get upset. Don't get triggered. Don't have an attitude. Keep your vibration high and plan something else to do together. Okay, number 3 was, don't worry about where your relationship is. If you have not defined what your relationship is by now, if you're monogamous, exclusive, you know, committed in this relationship, this is not the time to try to define your relationship. This is probably the worst time. Be chill. Date differently. Just allow yourself to have fun, have a great time, and enjoy yourself. Number 4. I want you to really resist this, because as women, successful, powerful, smart, educated women who really, a lot of us have our money right? I want you to resist the urge of buying any man that you're in a relationship with an expensive gift. This is not the time to do that, because again, you're putting a lot of pressure. If you are buying gifts for people, I'm going to encourage you to keep your gift to $50 or less. Right? It might even be better if you go $30 or less. But the key is, please do not buy any expensive gifts for men this time of year. If you're in a new relationship, right? And new can be anywhere from, 3 months to, 4 or 5 months, could still be considered new relationship. You're still, depending on your frequency and how much time you spend together, please, I'll take that all into consideration, right? If he gives you a gift, you can give him a gift that matches his effort, but never give a gift that succeeds his efforts in giving. Because again, that's where we as women, we start emasculating men. And I know you may want him to know how much you feel about him, how much you care about him, how much you like him, how much you're into him. And you think getting him a super expensive gift is the thing to do. But what I'm going to tell you is that that is the worst thing you can do, because a man doesn't want you to mother him and to give him more than he's giving you. Remember, a man is the one that's supposed to be the nurturing one in a relationship. The woman is not the one who should be nurturing him. So I want to encourage you not to try to supersede what he gives you, right? You might fear that if you don't buy him something expensive, that you might look cheap, or he might not think that you like him. I want you to let go of those things, because those things are fear. And those things are limited beliefs that really block your femininity in a relationship. Lean back. If he gets you a gift that's a small gift, match his gift. Do not go over and above, right? So if he gets you if he brings you flowers, just for the sake of something simple, don't go out and buy him an Armani pair of shoes. Don't do that. Don't go out and buy him a $100, $200 dress shirt or sweater. Don't do that. Okay, unless you got it on sale for $50. All right, number 5, dating differently technique number 5. Be careful of how you introduce your boyfriend to people this time of year. Especially, I go back to a previous point, if you have not defined your relationship. If you have not previously said that you're boyfriend and girlfriend and that you are in this committed, exclusive, and monogamous relationship, you want to resist the urge of introducing him at your parties, at your family events, and to your friends as your boyfriend. Again, this puts additional problems on your relationship. It puts added stress. It could really cause him to ghost you, because now you're telling people that he's your boyfriend and he has never said that he was your boyfriend. You should never commit yourself to a guy who hasn't committed himself to you. If he hasn't said that he's your boyfriend and he loves you and we're in this exclusive monogamous relationship, you should not be giving your exclusivity and your monogamy to a man who's not committed at the same level that you are. Okay, we do that way too often and way too soon. Ladies, I'm going to give you another point here, which I wasn't planning on giving. I'll give you 2 more points here. Make it 7. I like the number 7. Just like it's better than 5 and it's better than 6. I love 7. The number 5 item I want you to do during this season is make sure you plan some type of self-care, some type of event or activity for yourself. Make sure you go get a massage, get your nails done, get your hair done. Go shopping for yourself. You're so busy buying so many gifts for so many other people. I want to encourage you to go buy a gift for yourself. Okay, make sure you get yourself something special. Take yourself somewhere nice. Get yourself a wonderful meal. Make sure you pamper yourself, right? Make sure you do something super, super nice for yourself. So that's dating differently secret number 6. Number 7. I lost my train of thought. Oh, number 7. I got it. Number 7. I want you, for those who are dating, this is a secret that I don't usually tell anyone except for those in my program, but I'm going to share it with you. It's a special gift for you. I want you to at least date 3 men at one time. Now, please don't confuse what I said by having sex with 3 men at one time. I'm telling you to have 3 men that you at least entertain, get to know, go out on a date, see what you like, see who likes you, how do you like to be treated, how are you feeling when you're with these guys, what do you need to work on, what are you feeling when you're with this guy, what kind of personality do you like, does it really matter if he's tall, dark, and handsome, or short, light-skinned, and whatever, right? So does it do those things really matter? Do those superficial things really matter? And the only way you can tell is by dating. Dating is practice for finding the love that you deserve. A lot of us get frustrated with the dating process and we don't want to go through with it and we don't want to be bothered with it, but I'm going to encourage you to do it anyway, because dating is the only way that you can find someone. And the problem with just dating one guy one at a time is if that guy is really not into you, and that guy is calling you once a week, every 2 weeks, once a month, he's taking you out, you're spending 3, 6, 9 months with this guy, it's taking you a long time to see if this relationship even goes anywhere. And a lot of times what happens is that he decides he doesn't even want to be in a relationship and he ghosts you anyway. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is date more than one guy at a time, because that way at least you keep your options open. Don't confuse dating and getting to know someone and building friendships and relationships with having sex with every guy you meet, because I would never advocate that. But what I'm advocating is that you get to know guys. And if you date at least 3 guys or have at least 3 friends, you get to know different personalities, right? Now, one of those guys out of the 3 may really like you back, or you might find that you really like him, right? And that saves you time, right, with the dating process, instead of dating one guy for 3, 6, 9, 12 months, and then you got to move on to another guy for 3, 6, 9, 12 months. At least if you got 3 guys at one time, you can find out who you like, what you desire, what you deserve in a shorter amount of time. So I'm going to encourage you to treat yourself to dating multiple guys, right? And again, I'm not talking about sex. I'm not talking about opening up your cookie jar. I'm not talking about being a slut or lowering your standards by giving yourself away and, you know, being nasty or anything like that. That's not what I'm talking about. But I'm talking about in a healthy way. Allow yourself to be loved on and poured into by others, okay? All right, so those are my 7 dating differently tips for you during this time of year that can help you get through, whether you're single, just coming out of a relationship, recently divorced, or you're just lonely. I don't want you to be lonely. I'm going to be coming on throughout the next 2 weeks quite frequently, okay? And I'll be taking your questions. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is post your questions right in a group, or you can post it in this thread. Ask me a question, and when I come on the next time, I will answer your question. If it's easy enough to answer in the post, I'll do that, but if not, I'll answer it on the next video. So make sure you go ahead and post your questions that you may have, right? And don't be shy. This is a private group here. If you post your questions, just those in the group are going to see your question. And guess what? They probably have the same questions that you have, and they want to get an answer to them. So I'm going to encourage you to ask your question. I'm giving you free dating advice, absolutely free. Ask me anything you want, and I'm going to come on and I'm going to answer that every single day until the new year comes, okay? So hit me up, ask me a question. And I want to give you a shout out. Hey, Dakota, I see a couple of people joining. I appreciate you all joining this Facebook Live. You're always loyal. And I hope that you're always getting what you need from these sessions. I wish you love, and I wish you a lot of success and prosperity. And I'm going to encourage you to create your love breakthrough in the new year and really embrace dating differently. It's a new year. If what you were doing this past year didn't work, stop doing that and start doing something differently. I wish you love. Do something sweet for yourself today. Bye, everyone.